Mitt Romney, has now soared past President Obama in the battleground state of Ohio. The newest polls, released today, shows he has now gotten a 2-point lead and is still surging.
The real news is what you found, I found buried in there. The second thing is what's happening to the president's approval rating. When we talked a week ago, we talked about that being the key number. Since we talked a week ago, he has gone down from 53% in Gallup to 47% in approval, and Rasmussen from 50 to 47. That is the number that I care about, along with the participation, and that looks, if I were Chicago, I would be really worried.
If you plug these numbers into a model, right, Doug, where you see that you've got almost 10,000 people surveyed, 35% are Democrats, 36% are Republicans, and then the rest are independents, but of those independents, they lean more Republican than they do Democrat. Why wouldn't these pollsters across the board be saying Governor Romney is likely to win this election?
Well, first of all, Rasmussen and Gallup are showing Romney ahead, and most of the national polls now are showing a lead, a small lead for Governor Romney. But here's the answer to your question, Megan. Most pollsters don't accept what Gallup is finding as the gospel truth. There still is a likelihood among some to believe that there's a 4 or 5 point Democratic advantage, and in some circumstances, some polls have, as Pat just said, gotten closer to 8 or 9 or 10 points. Bottom line, if Gallup is correct and Rasmussen is correct, we are likely to see Governor Romney even or slightly ahead in the popular vote. That's why Chicago, as Pat says, is panicking.
I want to ask you about Ohio, because we did in the last hour the latest Rasmussen poll, which now shows Governor Romney 1 point ahead in Ohio. That's the first time we've seen that. Was it 2? I thought it was 1. Okay, so this is the first time we've seen that.
That's the first lead he's had.
It is, right?
Different from a week ago.
But is it real? Because we had Dick Harpootlian, who's chairman of the South Carolina Democratic Party, saying can't trust Rasmussen. He always overpolls the Republicans.
That's just so untrue. He was the most accurate. No, I am just so tired of politicians attacking good pollsters and then using bad pollsters to buttress their argument. And with all due respect to my chairman of my state in South Carolina, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This 2-point lead is significant. There are other indications. Ohio's closing. What we don't know is the massive ground game and the huge advantage that Obama has put in that state to make it a firewall. What's happening is other states are crumbling. Wisconsin has become close. Pennsylvania, Michigan. There's a national election going on. If the trend is moving, here's the important point. If this election is under 2.5 points, we could end up in a very close electoral victory. But if Romney does move to 4 or 5 points nationally, it's all over. It will be a huge electoral victory. We're still waiting to see if the incumbent gets a kick. Historically, the last week they do. It hasn't shown up for Obama yet. And we still have events, the storm, and we still have Libya, and what I consider the October surprise potentially to come.